Hello. I just want to do this video to let everybody know why school is so important to me and why I'm dedicated to going hard in the paint when others can't and ain't, won't, and don't. That was my motto. I mean, we go hard in the paint when others can't and ain't, won't, and don't. It really was like this. When I was young, man, I was kicked out of every school I went to. You know what I mean? It was never no field trips. I couldn't go on field trips unless I had a parent with me. You know, my parents worked. You know what I mean? It wasn't no not going to work. You know what I mean? For me to go to a field trip, so I just didn't go. You know, wasn't no school dances. I never been to it like elementary, junior high, high school. I never been to no school dance. When I was in junior high, I couldn't go to the basketball games. I was a trouble. I was a problem child. Most people parents wouldn't even let their kids play with me. Growing up. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of doors were shut in my face. I never never really had too much of a school experience when I was in elementary, junior high, high school. I only went to ninth grade. You know, before I got kicked out of public school as a whole. So like after ninth grade, I had independent studies. So like from ninth grade, I taught myself school. I never had no teachers. I wasn't in no class facilities, none of that. You know what I mean? Like I was saying, school dances, all that stuff, prom, all that stuff. It was out the door. You know what I mean? Did a couple of camp programs. Went to school in camp. But overall, I got most of my education through independent studies in my high school days. And but overall, I wanted what everybody would talk to me about. I'll be after school picking up my homies that wasn't kicked out. And I used to go up there and they'll tell me about different girls and different experiences and everything. And it was like crazy because like I always wanted that. Always wanted it. You know what I mean? But I was caught off into what I was caught off into. So that's like just what it was. But anyway, you know, I graduated from high school. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, like my only year of high school at a regular high school before I got kicked out, I passed my ninth grade achievement test. Like, you know what I mean? I already completed what I had to do to be out of high school as far as like the exit exam in my ninth grade year. You know what I mean? It really tripped everybody out. 'Cause like I was a problem child and nobody really expect me to be the one that passed. You know what I mean? It was other kids that I thought was way smarter than me. You know what I mean? That didn't pass. But anyway, you know what I mean? I had independent studies and like it wasn't no graduation from independent studies. You know what I mean? You had to like graduate from like a school. So I went to adult school. You know what I mean? Pomona adult, Pomona, you know, and I graduated. You know what I mean? But overall, I was always feel like I missed out on my whole school experience. So like after a while, you know what I mean, I didn't go straight to school after finish high school, you know what I mean? It took a couple of years. I tried to enroll into a junior college. You know what I mean? My arm got mangled. You know what I'm saying? So like I had to learn how to write again because my right arm got messed up. And I had to do what I had to do, But I was trying to enroll in college. I was in college when my arm got messed up. You know what I mean? But like this whole little situation and rehabilitation and everything else, it took me a couple of years. You know what I mean, to try to go back. But when I went back, you know what I mean, I started going to school at Mount Sac. You know what I mean, it's Mount San Antonio up in Walnut or something. And then I went to the then I went to jail. You know what I mean? Ended up doing some penitentiary time. It wasn't nothing. I did like 2 years. You know what I mean? And then after that, like I started did my time in the penitentiary. I did a lot of reading in there. You know what I mean? Reading, a little writing. You know what I mean? Defining a whole lot of words, reading the dictionary, understanding stuff, looking up stuff I didn't understand. And I worked on my mind, body, and spirit. You know what I mean? Feel me? And that's what I developed a plan in there. You know what I mean? To go to school. You know what I mean? I already tried twice. I've been feeling like this void been empty in my life. So like 2 weeks out of prison. You know what I mean? I was at I enrolled at Compton College. Was El Camino Compton Center. You know what I mean? Because I paroled to Long Beach. And everything, like, you know what I mean? I first got there, I didn't know what to expect, you know what I mean? I just knew I was in college, and I just understood, like, the value of time, so, like, I really, I wasn't going to go to college and not, like, max out, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to just go there and, like, get mediocre grades or anything, I was gonna max it out, you know what I mean? I was gonna learn as much as I could learn. I was gonna do as much as I could do. I was gonna just be involved. I understood like I said, the significance of time, So like, I wasn't really in there wasting my time about nothing, you know. I I maintained, and I met this one dude named John Hoffman. You know what I mean? He was a real good dude, man. I mean, he used to do a lot of like, you know what I mean, agriculture like type work. You know what I mean? And like used to plant a bunch of plants and stuff at Compton. He used to make the college look real nice. Then he left to get a job in Minnesota or something. You know what I mean? And all his hard work was gone. But he was like a real good dude. So like what I started doing was like start planting plants around the college and try to sweep up and rake up little stuff and like try to keep up his work. You know, the people from the associate student body seen me doing this and they was like really like wondering like why, you know what I mean? Like, is it community service? Is it anything? And it wasn't no community service. It was just me trying to like keep myself from messing up and going back to prison, you know? So like the associate student body like offered me a position, you know. Shit, I maxed it out. You know what I mean? Like, man,